Hello, Dylan Mercier with Master Library, here for another episode of NGFM. This week, we're going to be talking about how to reduce your dependency on paper blueprints and records. Now, here in Western New York today, it's a gray, rainy day. We've had rain for about 2 days straight now. I've done work for a district before where they had their entire records room that was in a below grade space within their building. Again, because space is very valuable within these K-12 buildings. Most of their records were destroyed in this. They had some that were on the upper levels of some of their shelves, and those were okay to be salvaged. But even pieces of information that were not directly water damaged, they had a little bit of mold issue because, again, it's not a space that you go into regularly, and that's a ton of information that is lost forever. Some of it you may be able to track back down through your architect of record or reaching back out to your construction management company. There's a good chance they have a good portion of that still on record somewhere, but it's going to take a lot of your own time to recover even some of those records. How many hours of your life have you spent digging through dusty old blueprints, O&M manuals, warranty paperwork, things like that in a plan room? I mean, it might be in the back of your office, somewhere a little easier to get to, but if you're like most, it's more than you would like to. There's plenty other things in your day that you could be doing that would definitely benefit your facility a lot more than digging through some of these old records. And sometimes, even after you spend that time searching for that particular piece of data, you may still come up empty-handed. It may not have been put back properly. For all you know, it may never have been included within a construction closeout. One scenario that comes to mind, a real-world one that I've seen firsthand, is trying to locate a shutoff valve for a boiler line that runs through a particular corridor. Often these shutoff valves are tucked up above drop ceilings, potentially on an upper level within a drop ceiling, could be hidden behind ductwork. Hopefully they're a little more accessible than that. It's kind of a worst case scenario. And if you wind up with something that's leaking downstream, it can be a real struggle to try and identify where that valve is. Generally, you'll see somebody scramble, hit the plan room first. They're going to start going through some old as-built documentation, looking for the plumbing drawings, trying to identify what project that was initially installed in, then the wing of the building or even the proper building that you're trying to locate, and then where that valve is and what's fed downstream from it. Now, that's where having those valves shown digitally on a floor plan that's searchable, clickable, has photographs, links to the construction drawings, and they're all available via your desktop computer, a tablet in the field, even a smartphone. Okay, so now you did your digging, you opened up your electronic floor plans, you went through the facility records, you found the valve that was installed, you're able to shut it down, you're able to identify the leaking piece of equipment down the line, and now you're pretty sure it's under warranty. Now the search for the warranty documents come into play. Those are likely saved within a 3-ring binder or a thumb drive that was provided on construction closeout. You open up the bag of thumb drives and a little over half of them are labeled. A couple of them, the labels aren't legible. So now you're rummaging through multiple thumb drives or the old 3-ring binder, neither of which are very efficient. In a perfect world, you're able to click on this valve on your digital floor plan, see the associated information and data, install date, what service company did it, what project it was associated with. And then also, if you have the backup documentation like warranty or anything else like that, you'll see a documents or a binders tab. That will allow you to click right in, see the original O&Ms, the warranty information, and potentially get you a free repair or replacement for a part or component that may have just been replaced in-house if you were not able to easily access that warranty data. Also, giving your team access to these records while they're in the field, not making them go to your buildings and grounds or the high school admin building where all the documents are stored in a plan room. You can save a considerable amount of time just being able to access those in the field right while you're standing in front of that piece of equipment. You're able to look at an exploded parts diagram, parts list for ordering new parts, all while you're standing right in front of a piece of equipment. Once all this data is logged and categorized, you also have the ability to share out discrete pieces of data to outside contractors. Now, this can help you reduce costs for long-term maintenance contracts, as well as reduce the time taken to complete a service call from an outside contractor. They'll greatly appreciate you being able to provide this data, although as a contractor you hope they would have access to it internally, but their record storage often leaves some to be desired as well. Now really, I've only scratched the surface today of what really goes into making that transition from relying on paper records to making that shift over to the digital world. The time savings and frustration savings and all of that just compounds as you spend more time categorizing this data. Perhaps this is another topic that we will take a deeper dive into on another day, but for now, that's all I got for you. Appreciate you tuning in for this week's episode. Feel free to hit the like or subscribe button. As always, enter in the comments any topics that you wish to bring up or any questions that you have in regards to this topic. Have a good one.